If you're looking for the best boat shoes for fishing, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Huck Rubber Waterproof Rogue Wave Mid Boots. Fishing can be nasty business, and from fish flopping on the deck to a casting net full of shrimp, slime, blood, and unidentifiable muck is everywhere. Add to that the weather's not always friendly and warm, and it's clear why you might need more than a mesh fabric sneaker to keep your feet happy. HUK has you covered with their Rogue Wave Mid Boot. With a neoprene and rubber upper coated in a proprietary Dlgjpa, essentially a water-repellent film, you can pretty much guarantee that your feet stay dry. And since these are waterproof, a few squirts of dish detergent and a hose can clean them up at the end of the day. If you've ever looked down and found your feet covered in blood from a big red or tuna, you know exactly how awesome easy cleanup is. Ideal for wet, cool conditions, HUK Rogue Wave boots aren't insulated, but they'll keep your feet warm and dry across 3 seasons in most climates. I wouldn't recommend any color other than white for hot weather, and unless you're working a shrimp or crab boat professionally. I'd skip the waterproof mid boot in the summer. Flat-soled and grippy. You can count on traction on deck, and these boots should provide firm footing on anything but blood and slime and nothing. No matter what the manufacturer says will do that. For thicker socks and wider feet, I advise you to order one size up. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Xtratuf Performance Series 6 Men's Full Rubber Ankle Deck Boots. You may not be familiar with the Xtratuf brand, but if you happen to be a commercial fisherman in Alaska, chances are you're aware of them. Xtratuf has been supplying hard-working pros with ankle-high boots for years, and they know the ins and outs of angling as well as anyone. Super easy to clean. They're on par with the HUK. Just wash with a hose and some detergent if necessary. The soles on these boots are super soft and grippy. People complain that they wear quickly, but these same customers are using them as street shoes. These boots are designed for boat decks and nasty weather, and they provide excellent traction. But the sole compound itself for a reason. Hard rubber can slip. If you keep these boots for the purpose they're designed for, expect years of service. If you fish in a cooler climate and need a waterproof boot that's easy to wear and easy to clean, Xtratuf's deck boots are an awesome choice. Just be sure to order up if you wear a half size. The number 3 position is held by Sperry H2O Skiff Sneaker. Sperry is a trusted name in boat shoes, but for fishing, I'd skip the nice leather and spiffy fabric they normally offer and pick something more like their H2O sneaker. Built for the water, they can take a beating and won't bat an eye. The uppers on the H2O Skiff are water-resistant, built with hydrophobic materials that ideally shed water like a good duck dock. But in reality, Sperry knows that Mother Nature just loves to hear those words, and they offer a perforated footbed to quickly drain the water that's forced in by rain and waves. They dry quickly, so sudden squalls or a quick step in the water during launching won't leave your feet wet all day. That's a big deal, and it's certainly a reason to recommend these shoes. Comfort is excellent as these are essentially lightweight sneakers, and the sizing seems to be true. In cooler weather, I give these shoes a pass and opt for something like the HUK. But when the sun's out and the mercury is rising, these are going to keep your feet reasonably cool. Overall, if sneaker-style fishing shoes are your thing, the Sperry is a good choice, provided you take some care to avoid a real mess. Next at number 4 we have Columbia Drainmaker 4 Water Shoe. All water shoes aren't equal, and among the ranks of fabric we're designed to get wet, you'll find models that are really just designed to protect your feet from underwater hazards, as well as real shoes that are more or less impervious to water damage. Columbia's Drainmaker 4 is in that last category, and while I wouldn't recommend it as streetwear for hiking, it's top-notch as a dedicated angling shoe. If you like sneakers, you'll like these water shoes. Lace-up fabric uppers meet a rubberized sole that provides excellent traction on wet, pitching decks. As with the Sperry's, these shoes were made to get wet, and they dry quickly. But like the Sperry's, they won't be easy to clean, especially once you get them really funky. Their mesh fabric will inevitably hold on to stink, and unless you're a fastidious angler, you might want to consider a footwear option that's easier to make like new. If the Sperry's aren't sufficiently fashionable for you, give the Columbia Drainmaker 4 a shot, you'll be happy you did. The number 5 position is held by men's and women's Duet Sport Clog. I can't count how many anglers I see wearing the classic Clog from Crocs, and there are good reasons to join them. Let's start off with the obvious. They are lightweight, comfortable, and very easy to clean. Water's not going to hurt them at all, and muck like slime and blood can be hosed off with a bit of detergent. That's 90% of what makes a good fishing shoe, right there. Add to that the fact that they certainly won't break the bank, and you've got a great option for warm weather angling. My only concern with the classic Croc is traction. When mine have got worn down on the sole a bit, forming a flat spot where ridges used to be, they can sometimes slip on slick surfaces like wet tile. I doubt you'll have the same problem on concrete boat launches or wet decks, but I'd recommend replacing them when needed. Some people also find that once wet, their feet will shift inside the Croc. That can cause problems if you're not paying attention. For angling in the heat, I'd recommend a light color. Dark plastic and hot sun don't mix. The number 6 position is dominated by Crocs Swiftwater Wave Sandal. Crocs has you covered with the Swiftwater Wave Sandal, essentially a full heel strap version of the Clog with a modified sole. The Swiftwater Wave Sandal is a great choice for angling, especially in the lighter color options. Just as easy to clean and wear as the standard Croc, and just as impervious to water and salt damage. These are an excellent sandal option for warm weather fishing. The Swiftwater Wave has a flatter footbed and sole than the standard Croc, offering a flatter feel and foot position. Not as beefy underfoot, these sandals aren't designed for hiking or rock running but rather kayaking, canoeing, sailing, and fishing. And it's when you're up to your ankles in saltwater or fish slime that you're really going to appreciate these sandals. Grip is good, with the same caveats that apply to the standard Clog. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Grundéns Dlgjpa Sandal. If angling in flips, I fish with a few buddies who swear by flip-flops as they can't stand hot, clammy feet. And if they're any judge of performance, Grundéns has a top performer on its hands. The Dlgjpa comes with a high-traction rubber sole that's designed for wet boat decks, and the footbed isn't what you'd expect, but rather a proprietary closed-cell P/EVA footbed, essentially soft thermoplastic that they say is specifically formulated for marine applications. I can't argue with that. And these flip-flops are plenty comfy as long as you remember to protect your feet with some sunscreen. Seriously, don't even try a foot burn. Grip is acceptable for a flip-flop, meaning that traction between your foot and the footbed is the most likely point of failure. And of course, flip-flops aren't going to protect your feet or the footbed from blood and slime, so nasty angling can be a problem. I also wouldn't put the Dlgjpa side by side with the HUK or Croc options for easy cleaning, but it's probably a touch better than the Sperry. The number 8 position is held by Sperry Men's Authentic Original 2-Eye Boat Shoe. If you like the traditional moccasin loafer design of boat shoes, you can't find anything better than the Sperry/O, a 100% leather boat shoe. Your feet will stay dry and comfortable with the wide toe box. However, be aware that these shoes run small to size, so you may want to go up a size. And I can say from personal experience that you should use shoe freshener because the inside of these shoes can start to smell bad after getting wet. These shoes come in multiple two-tone color options, with a different colored leather collar, 2-hole rust-resistant eyelets, and hand stitching. Sperry knows what a shoe needs to be safe for fishing, and they've excelled at it time and again with a thick, gripped rubber sole so you won't slip when it's wet. Next at number 9, we have Columbia Bahama Vent PFG Boat Shoes. The Columbia Bahama PFG boat shoes are a stylish mix of breathable leather and canvas with a synthetic wet grip outsole with razor siping to keep you steady on your feet. These shoes have a unique omni-grip sole that is non-marking. These shoes are a lightweight 9 ounces with stain resistance and waterproof properties, so your shoes stay looking good, even from murky water, fish scales, guts, and blood. A Techlite vented midsole offers extra cushioning and foot support while draining any water that gets into your shoes. Laces ensure these shoes fit tight enough not to slip off, and paracord loops make these shoes easier to put on your feet. You have multiple color options and sizes. The classy design with detailed stitching around the leather and the PFG logo on the tongue means you can wear these shoes for more than fishing. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Dlgjpa Men's Lightweight Quick-Drying Aqua Water Shoes. You need a budget pair of shoes that won't break the bank. The Dlgjpa Aqua Water Shoes can be yours for less than $40. While the design is pretty basic with a solid colored upper, The many vent holes of the mesh fluid flow technology make these shoes fully drainable and quick drying. So, don't be scared to wade into the water to get your fish. These boat shoes have a springy rubber sole with intricate water grip holes designed to provide traction without hindering your movements. The design of these shoes allows you to slip them on, and you can adjust the fit with the bungee lace. You can get a wide range of sizes and 15 color options, but these are men's shoes. However, the simple design does mean that women could wear them too without looking too manly. Sizing is tricky with these shoes, and many customers say to buy a size down. That's all for today. We upload fishing product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.